How's it going, everyone? So, I'm just gonna preface this by saying that this game is god awful, and I've somehow managed to put 3 years into running it. Basically every single corner of this game has been scoured, so this is gonna be really, really fast compared to how this game used to be. So we're gonna start the timer here in a second. We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1. So right off the bat, I have to mash triangle a lot because there's like 3 cutscenes. And then as soon as we get out of skipping through all these cutscenes, we have to mash triangle again and skip a text box. So the entire plot of this game is we're basically in Edo period Japan, and the war is mainly done just with samurai as normal. But the gun has finally been invented, and our clan's leader really doesn't think that the gun is fair just because of how it decimates. So our clan has banned it, but one of our leaders didn't really care for that a whole lot. So we're going to be going through this entire game just doing that. So there's a lot of mechanics in this game. The minimap in the bottom right is going to be super important throughout the entire run. When it's in green, we can interact with anything. No one knows we're there. When it's in yellow, they know we're somewhere around, but they can't actually find us. And when it's in red, they know we're there. So when it's in red, we can't even interact with anything. So it's going to be super important that I manipulate it properly in certain areas. And now it's a pretty good time to explain that as well. So when I'm in stealth and an enemy doesn't know I'm there, I can go and do a thrown attack. And then while in the middle of the throw, I can tap up on my left analog stick and attack a specific limb. So if they're in stealth and they don't know I'm there, I can go ahead and do a head grab, which is an insta-kill if I hit square at the perfect time. It's super tricky, and I should mention that this game has a quarter of a second of input lag natively. I don't know why. It's really, really bad. So we're going to come up to another mechanic here. Wow, I'm missing this jump. There we go. So if I jump and hold... Oh. If I jump and hold L2, I'll silently land. So that guard won't know that I'm there at all. And we're going to do another head grab here in a second. Nice. And now we go into the area with probably the most broken camera in the entire game. Okay, so this casually is awful. It's so bad. The camera, I'm not touching the camera at all. I should mention, basically the entire game, I'm not even going to bother touching the camera. It really only makes things worse. The only thing I'll do is tap R2 to put the camera back behind me. So this is supposed to be like a kind of maze where one of those endings leads you right back to the area you were just in, but it turns out it's pretty much just a straight line. Okay, so we're going to use the holding L2 while landing here. And hopefully... Oh, nice. We actually got a really good... Oh! So, I didn't mention it before. So, the one guard that's in all black is the one that has the key to progress. So, if we assassinate him, all of the other enemies around will just immediately go into a panic mode where you can just instantly assassinate them. It's going to be super important that this whole chapter I kill basically every single enemy I see. This game has sort of a rank feature that doesn't really work, because it's really limited. Where if I kill enough enemies in each chapter, I'll get a more powered up attack. Oh, nice, you didn't see me. So, we're gonna do that basically just for this one chapter, and because I grabbed those 2 extra after grabbing the key, I don't need to grab any extra for the rest of the game, and I can kind of just do the run as normal.
Alright, if you don't mind, I'm just going to hop in with a quick donation here.
Yeah, that's fine.
From LP3 Cinema, they donated $30 saying, "Thanks for having us, it was a lot of fun. Hope to see more people pick up this game, and good luck to all the runners. And remember to keep donating." Thank you so much, Cinema.
Okay, so we're going to be coming up to a really, really not great section. I didn't mention it, like a lot of things. But, so, this game, you're forced to choose one angle that's inverted. You can either have horizontal inverted or vertical inverted. You're not allowed to not have either one of them. So now I have to aim with inverted and incredibly sensitive aiming. Alright, so now we got a mini-boss fight. We're gonna use that hook, the grab attack I was talking about before. You can run it into other enemies and it'll do damage to them. But because we have 5 enemies here, I usually just like to grab and throw into them, just to grab some free hits in the meantime. Oh, he blocked it? Alright. So mid attacks are always the fastest to go for. Head attacks are kind of hit and miss. They can do an attack that'll end up hitting you in the process, and legs is always the slowest. Alright, so this is the first boss that we're gonna manipulate. I need him to get, like, right over here. Okay. So you'll notice that when I was in the pause meter there, you can see that the triangle's kind of going in. So we're gonna pause buffer this and try to get a perfect fight. He's too close though. Ah. No, the one attack I needed him to not to do. So, okay, we're good. Alright. That went way better than I was expecting. I was expecting that to be really, really bad. So when he pulls out the other two, attacking the other 2 clones won't do any damage to him, but they'll still obviously do damage to me. So that was the only chapter where we're gonna have something else mapped on triangle. For the rest of the game, we're gonna be having the hook that we get pretty soon here. This is also where we get to show off more of the not great movement in this game. Alright, great. So we got stripped there because I ran into an enemy at full speed. Oh, and we got movement lock. Alright, we're taking this the really slow way. So movement lock is a thing that can happen where you're holding up for too long, and the game will not let you turn at all. We do, like, slight turns, because if you turn too fast, you'll drop all of your momentum immediately. Okay. So thankfully we grabbed those other 2 kills, so it doesn't really matter that we didn't get this fast. Now we gotta wait for this to come up. But yeah, movement in this game, most of the time you're just gonna hold up straight and then just steer with your right stick. It's really awkward, but yeah, after a while you get used to it. Okay. Alright. So we're just gonna basically run in a straight line here. I'm really hoping we can get this. We probably won't though. No, we didn't. That good old input delay. So we're supposed to go ahead and do a bunch of grabbing onto walls there, but you don't need to. You can just make it off of wall jumps. Alright, and there is Akemi, the best and the worst character in the game, giving us the hook, which will stay on triangle now for the rest of the game. So this is where that mini-map in the bottom right... Okay, cool. So if we had an enemy spawn right up here, that cutscene wouldn't even load. Oh, no, wow, he's still there. But you can use being in red to completely skip cutscenes, and we're going to use that in the next chapter. Okay, cool. So this is a focus box. That meter down at the bottom in blue is our focus meter. For the rest of the game, we're only going to be grabbing upgrades for that, mainly for the final fight, where you're forced to use it to even progress the fight. Basically what it does is it slows down time, and we use it in one other spot in this chapter, but it's not crazy useful other than the final fight where you're forced to use it. Alright, so here's another holding L2 to... Oh, never mind. I should have dropped it earlier. It's a really bad spot. So if I drop to L2 behind him, I can immediately air assassinate him and then hit that lever without having to do an animation in between. Oh, we missed out on free elixir too. Okay. We're gonna hop over this, go straight. Alright, this is probably one of my favorite things that I found. So there's supposed to be a cutscene that's supposed to load. In the PS2 US release, the cutscene is a little bit further up for the trigger. In every other port, it's basically as soon as you load in. So because we jumped at that really specific angle, we can completely skip that, and we're basically just going to skip this entire area altogether, just by doing these 3 wall hops here. Okay. Now we run over to the level. Okay, so we have a cutscene here. So we're supposed to go through this whole area, and we're supposed to learn how to do wall runs. But wall runs in this area are really awkward, and you can just wall hop off there and hook right across. This is probably the most boring section of the entire run. This is literally just run in a straight line. Or at least just follow the path, and we're gonna have to do a rope grab, which is, there is no way to skip it, and it's incredibly slow. I really need to hope I don't get hit by an arrow while I'm on here. Oh, alright, cool. I was expecting at least one of those. That'll at least put us right back here. Yeah, the grab mechanic in this game isn't that great, if you haven't noticed.
What's this?
Okay. So this guard actually should probably end up running away. No, he's just gonna stay. Alright.
I need reinforcements.
So we're basically out of here now. I just gotta jump over this one box. And then really hope he's not in a bad spot. Oh, he is. He's in a really bad spot. Okay, we're good. Alright, it's fine if we take damage there. I just needed to not get hit right at the mouth. Okay, so let's see what setup we get here. Okay, cool. So he's going to the lever there. Within that cutscene there, you get kind of an RNG chance as to where that enemy is going to spawn. Him spawning at the lever is the best one. So we're going to air assassinate him, and then just immediately start smashing squares so we can just go ahead and hit the lever. I'm really hoping I can get a good spawn on this with getting this one guard to follow me. If that one guard follows me and starts yelling towards the entrance over here, it'll alert the other guard in this next room and bring him perfectly right over to where I am as soon as I get out of here. It looks like we're not going to get that. No. Alright. No matter what, it's fine. He'll always be in the back left corner. Okay, so we're going to have this lever here. Yeah, we'll play it like this. Okay. We're gonna hit this lever. So, the game wants us to use wall hugs a lot, but they're basically useless and they're really slow. So it turns out that you can just roll through this entire section. It's a really awkward angle, but as long as you're lined up, you won't take any damage at all.
What's this?
Okay, so I need to get my blue bar completely filled up here. So I need this one guard to turn around, and I need to air assassinate him. I didn't mention that. Air assassinations give you the most meter. Doing a normal kill while an enemy sees you is an okay amount, but it's not great. I'm actually not even gonna... Oh wait, no, I have to. That's right. Alright, I'm gonna eat an elixir, just as a safety here. So these guards are awful. They can just hit stun you to death, and this is a really bad spot for it. Okay. So those other ones should leave me. There we go. So this is where we're going to use our focus meter. So we're going to slow down time here so these spikes don't have the kill trigger anymore. We can just run through and go ahead and hit this lever. We're supposed to go ahead and kill that one guard and put his body on the button and wait. But if I had air assassinated him, we would have been able to just skip all of that and go even faster.
What's this?
Okay. So as soon as we load into this this new map here, I have to hit R2 immediately. They put the camera at the wrong angle. So now the camera's the right way, so I can actually move forward. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and use our hook and just climb up here. So I need to wait for him to turn around right there, jump and then hold L2. Go get the assassination. Okay, so now we gotta go ahead and wait here. So I really want to get a leg grab here because it'll immediately knock him down. There we go. So he always blocks the way, and of course he's one of the guards with a higher health. So just by doing that, we don't have to worry. Also, this is how wall runs work in this game. So this section right here is not great. Oh, we didn't get the cutscene. Oh, I think it's because we still had the enemy trigger. Nice. That's actually super, super good. I've never had that before. Let's see. Oh, no, we're not getting rock skip. So if I had the camera lined up at a really specific angle that I don't really know, while going into this wall hug section, we could have gotten clipped through the rock and been able to just run freely. But it's super, super hard to do, and it doesn't save a ton of time. It's just something I would rather prefer to have happen. Okay, that was a really sketchy jump. If I had messed that up in Fallen, we would have had to do that straight from the beginning. Okay, so coming up here is probably my favorite skip I found in the entire game. This is normally like a 3-minute speedrun section, about 5-minute casual section. But if we go ahead and swing down here, and we get full momentum on this turn, run up this and then jump at the last possible time and hook. Whoops. If we jump at the last possible time that we can and hook, we can go ahead and just skip this entire area. Nice. So this is already the exit of the level, and we're already up to the second boss fight of the game. This is arguably the worst fight in the entire game, but it's whatever. We're not gonna have to worry about it. So we have a the way this map is super interesting. They left level loads in. It's also the loudest boss fight in the game. I forgot to mention that. They left the level loads in on the map, but only in the US version. So there's basically 5 different versions of this game, and the US PS2 release is a 2-month early build, so you can just go ahead and skip that entire fight. Every other build, that is actually properly invisible walled off, so you can't even do that. So we're on to the 3rd chapter now, which gives us our non-lethal weapon that we will barely use the entire game, called the Fundo. And we also get my favorite item in the game coming up here in a second. Okay, so we gotta go ahead and grab this box. So these are the water shoes. With them on, you can walk on water, but with them on, you can also do literally nothing. You move way slower, you can't interact with doors, you can't interact with levers, you can't attack. You can just slowly walk forward. And this is a smoke bomb. It's going to be similar to the blowgun that we haven't had to really use yet. It just immediately puts enemies into an assassinate state, but this one's an AoE, so it can spread to multiple enemies at a time. And now we're going to be grabbing some endgame items. So these are the Hisaos, which let us jump about twice our normal height. We need 3 of them for the run, and coincidentally, there's 3 of them right in a row here on this one map. If we mess up later, there's another 2 we can grab, but we should be okay. Oh, that was such a bad jump. So we're going to climb this ladder the way that ladders are apparently climbed in this world.
There, killer!
Okay, and then we got a wall hop up here. So this is a more interesting section. So we're gonna go ahead and hook down, and then you can see there's a little bit of a hole in that gate. So we gotta swing over, and then I gotta hold back. And then I have to hold L2 when I land so no one knows me. And then we're gonna just dislocate our arm and just pop through. I feel like it wasn't really necessary for that door, but it has to happen apparently. This is the only part in the game where we will actually use the water shoes. And this is where that minimap manipulation that I was talking about before is really, really important. So there's going to be a cutscene trigger and a level load right about there. So I need to wait here and get into the red meter here. Oh. And because we didn't load that cutscene because we're in a red minimap section, we can just completely skip that level load altogether. So now we have way fewer enemies to deal with. We don't have one fight to deal with. And then we can just sit and wait for this one guard to turn around, and we can just go ahead and leave this area. Okay, So we gotta go ahead and unequip those, and I gotta match score as fast as I can. Good. Okay, so now, as soon as we load in, everything behind me is going to be exploding. Alright, good. And we didn't take damage. And now we have 5 literal cutscenes to skip. We're coming up to the 3rd boss already. So you remember that on the 2nd chapter, we technically didn't get an end credit scene. You get the end credit scene after you beat the boss. So all those kills that we got from the 1st chapter will finally be caught up to us, and we'll get our rank up right after we beat this boss. So this is where Akemi really shines as being the greatest and worst character. It's a completely RNG setup as to where we have to stand for this attack to work. Okay, cool. So she can either give you really good setup. Wow, I really just messed that up. Okay. She can either give you really good setups or really bad setups. Wow, I can't believe I went for the wrong attack. So because I did that fundo grab there, I basically just completely threw away the 1 cycle I had. No matter what, it's a 2-cycle fight, but now when the next cannon shot comes, he's gonna teleport to her. Wow, alright, cool. So we'll do more damage if we attack him from the front, so that's what we have to do right now. And then as soon as we get out of here, he's gonna go and teleport to her. So I need to go and head grab him. Is he still going? There we go. Okay, so I gotta switch back to my knife. So you'll notice we do way less damage than we would have if we had the cannon shot here. I'm just gonna go ahead and use my focus meter to get some more free hits in. Okay. And now we just gotta wait for one more cannon shot. Hopefully we can get a really good lineup. Okay, no, it's a really bad lineup. Okay, so when he does that, he literally can't take any damage. Oh, please, please do an attack. Don't make me wait another cycle. Alright! Kemi proving as useful. Usually that she's the worst character. I just need a one more perfect shot, and he should basically be dead. I could be grabbing free hits in here, but I usually feel like it's not worth it in this. Okay, cool. Nice, he teleported out of it. Wow, this is like the worst I think I've ever done this fight in the last 3 years of running this game. But thankfully neither of those have hit him, so he won't go and teleport to her. Okay, please. So after he gets hit with a cannon, I usually go and do a fundo grab, so I don't have that issue. Okay, so now that that's finally over, 2 minutes slower than I would have liked, we're going on to the 4th chapter of the game, now with our upgraded attack. And the 4th chapter is probably where all the technical stuff starts showing up. God, I forgot how many cutscenes are in this. So as soon as we load in here, I have to remember to switch back to my normal weapon, and not the fundo. Okay. Nice. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and do a hook grab here. Just swing to the door. So the way we're supposed to get through this area is we're supposed to climb up this whole tower that we're running next to right now. There's one guard at the top who has a key, but none of that's really important. So similar to dislocating your shoulder to fit through really narrow objects, if you line Kurenai up correctly, you can just run through doors. So we're gonna do that another time in the next chapter too. Okay, so this is a weird area. I'm still not sure why it exists. It's basically just a filler area now. So we're gonna go ahead here, wall hop. Okay. This is a really risky trick. it's no matter what, it's gonna save us time. I legitimately do not know how to do this area normally. So I'll try to explain it if I get it. Okay, so there's gonna be a hook spot a little bit above us, but we're not supposed to be able to grab it right now because it's way higher up, so we can't climb on top of this torch either. So the game basically freaks out and doesn't know what to do. So it just slingshots you right up here, which lets you skip this entire platforming section. This platforming section's really, really, really bad. I legitimately don't know how to do it, as I was saying before. It's so bad. But we just skipped all that, so it's not important. As soon as we load in here, I have to make sure to not run too fast, because there are spikes literally right around the corner. Okay. And it's going to be really important that I grab an assassination on this one guy compared to a normal kill. Okay, cool. So there's going to be another thing coming up later with the focus meter. So if the focus meter is completely filled and you're surrounded by 3 enemies, when it goes completely red and you do a normal attack while locked onto one enemy, you'll do an AoE instant kill for all the enemies around you. So it's going to be super, super useful when we come to the section. Alright, very cool. We're going to be super useful when we come to the section known as I'm just going to hug the wall. I don't feel like taking more damage. The section just literally called in the file games Ninja Big Hand. It'll make sense when you see it. Okay, so we have 3 buttons here, similar to the last time where we had buttons. We need to put enemies on them, but this time we actually do need to move enemies, but we really only need 2 of them. So we gotta slowly bring this one guy over here. Alright, we'll grab the other blowgun just to be safe. Put him onto this bottom button. Okay, and we can just run straight through. So, this is the infamous Ninja Big Hand section. It's probably my favorite stage in the game just because of how dumb of a name it has. Oh, we didn't get a really good setup. So, if those enemies... If I didn't mash triangle, that enemy wouldn't have even moved at all. Oh, this is gonna be really bad. I need to not die here. Okay. Oh. Oh, we actually killed him. That's even worse. Okay.
Ready.
We're gonna use a safety potion.
Ready.
Okay. So, we didn't get the really good setup that I wanted to. Okay. It all works out. So, if I was in a better spot, and with all those not moving, we would have been able to just do an AoE kill that would have just killed all 3 of those at the same time. It's really awkward to do. Usually it's if you mash too fast, that first one will start moving. Otherwise, he'll kind of just stay still, and you can stand by him while the other 2 spawn in, and it'll still count. Okay. So I need to make sure to not fall in the water here. Alright, good. We're gonna press R2. We're gonna flip this lever so we can go ahead and leave this area.
What's that noise?
And then I need to continue to not fall in the water, otherwise I have to go back to where I started. Okay. So, now we're in jail, and we have nothing. But it's actually kind of fine. We're at full health, which is really, really good. So now we don't even have a weapon at all. We don't have our hooks. We have none of our items. Everything's taken away from us. So we just need to sneak through this vent, which was left in the cell that leads directly out of the prison cell. Okay, I'm gonna just pop that shoulder, and we get to a spot that I don't know how you're supposed to normally do. I've never done it the way that I assume they want you to do. It's just the way I've always done it. You line yourself up against this pole here, and then do a wall hop, and it'll just immediately bring you right up to that ledge. So we have one more room where we don't have anything. Okay, ooh, that got really, really sketchy there. So now there's snakes in the water, and we need to go through the giant snake head to come to another boss fight. So I mentioned at the first chapter that you can attack different limbs. This fight, it's mandatory. So you'll see the 3 dashes there. So I'm gonna try and manipulate this. Oh, we didn't get it really good. So you can go ahead and not knock her down, and you can finish off body attacks. Nice, we actually got it here. And then I'm gonna go for a head grab. Nice. We got both of those already done. So now we have no choice but to go after her legs. The limb attacks are like really, really picky. There we go. So hopefully she doesn't go to that island on the right, which she probably will, of course. Okay, we actually got good attacks from her too. I just need this one. No, please. There we go. So we take this last key here. And you would think that would be the entire fight. No, phase 2. Meanwhile, the entire fight's on a timer. I really need this head grab. There we go. So I gotta pull down these rocks really quick so that the next time she comes over here, she can't start swinging on them at all. And then we're gonna manipulate her every single time to just immediately jumping over and doing her normal attack instead of doing a swing at all. So I'm really hoping she goes to this island over here. Nice. Okay. Okay. Alright. So we're just gonna go for head grabs. And the game's gonna be picky the entire time. There's a way to get them immediately, but I have no idea what frame it wants me doing the attack on. And then I need to make sure I don't get too close, otherwise she'll hop back in the middle of her attack animation like she did the first time. There we go. So we need about 2 more of these and we're done with this fight already. I forgot to mention, Kemi's poisoned, so this entire fight is on her health bar timer. Manipulating this and then getting the upgraded rank makes this significantly faster than how it used to be. Whoops. No. Okay, wow, I didn't know that it worked like that. No, because that would count as a knockdown. Never mind. Okay, so you would think, oh, cool, fight's over after that. Nope, now you gotta pull this down. Meanwhile, that timer is still running. And now we're gonna come to the chapter where the name Red Ninja kind of makes a lot less sense. For the rest of the game, actually. So, for the rest of the game now, we're going to be wearing all gray. Okay. So this level is just called Prison Island. It's a very clever name. And it's kind of straight to the point as to what to expect. But there's some things about this prison that don't make a lot of sense when you start to think about them. For one, the spike traps lined on the floor with buttons literally everywhere. Alright, I need this one guard to turn. So we're going to be grabbing keys now to get through the other prison cells. So this prison's split into really only like 8 cells. Okay, we actually got a good spawn too. So we have an RNG chance for a guard to spawn in here, but we didn't get that. And we have to use our blowgun here. So the blowgun, as I mentioned before, immediately puts an enemy into an assassinate state. So because we didn't have a really good lineup on him, like he wasn't turned around by the time we need to be over here, we were just gonna assassinate him. Okay. So that guard had a key for this door up here, which only has a drop down to this cell over here. So we're gonna hit L2 and crouch so no one hears us. We gotta wait for that one to turn around. Nice. Nice, we actually got both head grabs. So both these 2 guards have keys that we actually need. Okay. We'll grab the last key just because. We will never actually use it. It'll just stay in our inventory for the rest of this. So we're gonna grab another focus upgrade in this one cell. And now here we go. Last section. So we're doing all this to try and get into the warden's office, but I wouldn't really call it an office. So this one guard has the key that we need. This is the warden's office. You'll notice it's literally a locked jail cell. I'm not sure why it's called the warden's. I feel like they could have just called it a different cell and it would have been just fine. So the entire time from the first section we loaded into this area, we could have done a frame perfect trick and flipped straight through that door, which would have saved us about 2 minutes. But we also have literally a quarter of a second to do about 5 inputs, so not exactly marathon safe and really risky to do in general. Okay, so we have a really slow section here. I have to just kind of swing here and hope I don't get shot. And wait for this bucket to move. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go ahead and swing onto this. That's really risky. Oh, nice. Good. That's about what I expected. So, all around me now is instant death. What I need to do is I need to land on that one that one little ledge over there. And then if I hold L2 when I land, I won't take any fall damage. I'm not sure why that works, but it does. You can negate fall damage just by holding L2. So I might play this a little bit safer this time instead of just going for it. Okay, never mind, we got it. Alright, so this is another really risky section. Again, all instant death around me if I miss any of these jumps. Okay, and now we come to probably the part of this entire area that I hate the most. So we just refer to this area as Gears. Gears runs on a timer, and if you don't land on these logs at the right spot, you'll just immediately start falling. Oh my god. These also run on timers. Those just recycle, so that's actually really good. I'm gonna go for it. So those cannons should be recycling now. As soon as that second one comes, nice. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and equip the Hisao for an out-of-bounds trick that I found my first time playing through this because I refuse to do this area normally. This area is really slow. It's boring. I hate it. But I found out that if you equip the Hisaos, and then you run over to this one corner over here right next to the exit, go ahead and just skip every enemy. Don't touch the steam because that's also an instant death. Okay, let's see if I can get it. If we don't get it, we can just run into the lava and just get a fast reset. Nice. Okay. So that puts us immediately right through that box right there, and we can just run straight to the exit. That's, like, probably, in my opinion, the hardest trick in the entire game. Okay, so we gotta use a blowgun on him with the really sensitive aiming. Okay, good. That actually counted. Oh, I shouldn't have reset camera there. There we go. So here's Ginbei. I didn't mention him before. So he's from a clan. He's studying that gun that I was mentioning. You'll notice there's a plot very, very loosely tied to this game. And here's another terrible room that I'm not sure why it's in a prison. I have no idea what this would benefit at all. Just a giant lava room. There's a lot of rooms in this prison that really don't make sense once you start really thinking about it. We're gonna go ahead and get some momentum here. I'm just gonna play it safe, and I'm gonna wait for this new cycle to start. Okay. So, obviously the fire will instant kill me, like everything in this game. Okay, so we're gonna start crashing through here. We're gonna go ahead and equip the smoke bomb. So I like to preemptively load my items before we come into rooms. Just for the sake of, if I die going after we get into that area, I'm going to have to set the item every single time. This is a normally god-awful section. But if we just land on that top one, the camera doesn't jerk around as much. So you'll notice the one enemy back there. So he's got the key to this door. But we don't really need him. As long as we line the camera up right, we can just run straight through this door. Whoops. Okay, I need to be more left. Please. Please, game. Let me through. Okay, that should be way better. There we go. So you have to be like dead center with the split and angle down, and you can just run through any door with a split in it, but there's really not that many. Okay, so this one guard here is gonna stop us from being able to open the door, so we're gonna use a smoke bomb on him, just immediately kill him, and then all the other guards will run away from us, so we can just go ahead and leave. So we get Ginbei those keys that we totally grabbed. And by the way, Akemi's dead. And it turns out Ginbei was actually working with the opposite clan the entire time and stole the gun. So this is the Cannon Master. Not a great fight. It's really picky on head grabs, which isn't unusual for this game. We don't even need a lot of them, but a lot of the time you'll try to pull away from us when we do them. Okay, so as soon as you see that animation, you can start mashing triangle, and we can immediately pull this down. We gotta jump up on here, and we're supposed to hang him now to avenge Akemi. So what we're gonna do is go for head grabs, okay? And then, similar to how we did the first boss fight, we're gonna go ahead and pause buffer. Oh, he might be like too low now. I need him to move a little bit, actually. Okay, come on. So he's not supposed to be able to aim up at all. That's great. Okay. So then, whoops, wrong button, but that might actually work. Oh, that does. That might be faster. Okay. So that's the entire Cannon Master fight. You can just pause buffer and hang him 3 times. So because we used 2 tries on the out of bounds skip, as soon as we come into this, which is the last chapter of the game, I have to grab the Hisao, which spawns immediately to our right. Because we need 2 of them to beat the game. Or, I mean, we could do the really not great platforming, but who wants that? Okay, so we're gonna have this one guard, not guard, we're gonna have this one ninja chasing us this entire stage, but we really don't need to have him chasing us at all. So there's gonna be 3 of them that spawn, and we're just gonna assassinate them every single time. But there's really no reason other than they're there. Sometimes they'll get off path and start to try and attack you, so it's kind of better to just immediately assassinate them. But for the most part, it just gets them out of the way so we don't have to deal with them at all. So, this last chapter, we're on timers for the next 4 stages. The 3rd timer, I don't know why it exists. I feel like it's genuinely not needed. You'll see when we get there. So we're gonna be coming up to the loudest bridge in the world.
Don't move. Who are you?
Ah, we didn't get it. During my last marathon run, I managed to just immediately clip through that door. I assume by doing a jump attack. I definitely need to try and figure that out. Okay, so this is a lot of awful platforming, which you're going to hear me say basically the entire run. Not necessary, you can just wall run up here and you're out of this area. Okay.
What's this?
So now we're going to have that one ninja chasing us again. But we got to run to the end of this level as well. We didn't get him to jump down. So if he jumps down and gets us into the red, we can actually skip this cutscene up here. But it does make this next section a little bit more risky if he was chasing us. I mean, he's going to chase us no matter what, but it makes it a little bit worse. So I need to really make sure now to not get hit. I don't know if I've mentioned it, but when you take damage, you can't sprint at full speed for maybe about 10 seconds. Nice. Okay, cool. And we got one enemy turned away. I'm going to go ahead and try to get an assassination. No, we didn't get it. So you can go ahead and assassinate that one. And then you only have one to deal with that you have to fight normally. These enemies for this section only will take way more damage. Oh wow, he actually despawned too. Nice, usually you're forced to fight the two of them. Okay. So, I don't know why you're given such a big timer for this area. I'm gonna play this a little bit safer. So there's only one enemy that chases you for this entire section. And that's the entire section. So I don't know why we had about a 5-minute timer for that. In the Japanese version, that enemy doesn't even exist. And the timer still is there. Okay, so now you'll notice that all these enemies die in 2 grabs. That's the first elixir we've grabbed this entire game. Wow, that's really bad. So, we're gonna start grabbing the candy trail of elixirs here for the final 2 boss fights that are coming up. So, elixirs, which I haven't been able to show off at all, are the largest healing item in the game. Nice. We're gonna have another ninja spawn right up here. Oh, we're getting really close on these perfect setups. So, if you get a setup at a proper distance with your hook grab, you can actually just immediately start on your 4-hit locked-on attack. Which will just immediately kill them. You'll knock them out of the air from the hit stun. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and equip the Hisaus now. So we need this one ninja. Oh, we're too far away. All right, well it doesn't matter. We can fight them now. I usually have this one ninja notice me early before I get over there because it'll skip that cutscene. Usually when you're in the middle of the wall run, the cutscene will show up and it'll just immediately drop your cutscene. Sorry, it'll immediately drop your wall run. Okay, so we're supposed to do really, really bad platforming, but you can just use your 2 Hisaus that we have left from Chapter 3, and you can skip all of that, grab 1 elixir, and the last focus upgrade of the entire game. So it's really important now that I have the pretty much maxed out focus, and it's going to be really important that I don't die in this next section. Okay, so we just got to hook up here. Hook one more time, start mashing triangle. I've probably said other areas are the slowest in the entire game. I take that back. This is the slowest area in the entire game. So we're supposed to follow these blue hooks the entire way across, down to that blue hook all the way down there. I've done it casually once, and it's about 10 minutes. But I found out that if you just get full speed here, and then if we jump at the right time, we can hook grab. Oh, no, we didn't get it. Nice. We could have hook grabbed if we were at the right angle, and we could have just skipped the entire section. So it's kind of bad that we lost our focus there, because we're going to use that against Armor God Phase 2, where we only get to Fundo grab him once the entire fight. There we go. That's what that should have looked like. They're going to go in here and come up to the last 2 boss fights of the game. This is the slowest fight in the entire game. It's not good. So this is Armor God now, again. And now he has arms that shoot fire. So it's going to be really important that I pull those off. And I got to get my focus meter back up. The blue attack is probably the worst one that he can do, because I kind of home, but not really. So I gotta pull those arms off. As soon as I get my focus meter completely filled back up, we can try to get him into the second phase. That's the one arm I need off. Please. There we go. So he doesn't have a real pattern here, other than he'll do an attack and you can just have to step back. It's really unsafe to try and try and do attacks easier. Sorry. Try to do attacks faster than you normally would. Okay. So, as soon as his next arm comes on, I'm gonna go ahead and fundo him down. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and get a head grab here. Nice. Oh. The fire hitbox is so big. Okay. So, this is one of the only times where he'll take more damage from the front. Nice. So we're gonna use our focus right as he's falling so we can get a bunch of extra hits in. As soon as he's entered at about half health, he'll start doing a flamethrower attack where he leaves his back open for a really long time. So hopefully we can get a lot of those and not a lot of bad cycles. Nice, cool hitbox. Nice, okay, here's the flamethrower attack. I have to always stand back for a little bit as soon as he starts because you've seen how hitboxes work in this, and you'll still get hit from behind with that hitbox. So, the rest of this fight is just rinse repeat. Please, yes, good. Actually really good. I'm gonna go ahead and use focus here so we can get extra hits in. Okay. Oh, cool, perfect. Another flamethrower. Okay. Another flamethrower would be great. Please do it. Nope, wrong attack. Okay, whatever. We can at least do damage now. He's getting really close. Nope, please grab. There we go. I don't know how I didn't see that coming. Okay, there we go. So this should be the last flamethrower he does. It definitely will now that we've used our focus. So once he's taken enough damage, he'll drop down. There we go. We gotta use all of our focus, but it's kind of fine. We'll get more. Okay, and you would think, oh, great, that's it. How could there be any more to this game? There's more. There's always more. So this is Chiyome. Chiyome is our mentor throughout the entire game, and it turns out she's actually working with the enemy clan the entire time. So obviously now it's our job to kill her. She can also fly. It's not explained at all as to why she can fly and has wind powers. Okay. So now we have the mash triangle. And as soon as we come in here, I have to start immediately doing a 4-hit combo. Go ahead and do focus. And then we need a head grab on her. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but those ninjas now explode. Okay. So, head grab. Ah. Always so hard to avoid. So just another head grab here. Okay, and then she should have one more cycle. Okay. So just need another head grab. Okay, and I need to switch over to the Fundo. Oh, whoa, she's actually doing another phase. So she's only supposed to have 3, but it's always RNG that you can get a 4th phase. Thankfully, we were already pretty high on focus. Okay, so we're coming up on time here in a second. So, the way this game whole starts is you getting hanged, and of course the only way to properly end the entire game is to hang Chiyome, and time.
Master Chiyome, it's all.
Oh my god, that was such a bad run. For context, my current world record is about a 44-minute run. But let's go find out what our in-game time was. So we'll save here. Skip all these cutscenes. Let's get to the main menu. Let's see how bad it was. It should be about like probably a 52. 5303. Not great, but not terrible. Oh my god. Thank you so much everyone for having me. This was really fun to do.